From $500 million flying palaces to billionaires who literally said, "Nah, I'll walk." This is the billionaire private jet tier list. Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg has a $300 million mega yacht, a $100 million Hawaiian compound, and a $150 million private jet program. Yet he says he flies commercial for environmental reasons. That's like a guy eating a 50-ounce steak for dinner and claiming he's vegan because he skipped lunch. Zuck's travel expenses got exposed in Meta's SEC filings. He spent $27 million on security and transportation. That includes his Gulfstream G650, which is tracked by everyone. F tier for pretending not to fly private while spending more on it than the GDP of Tuvalu. Elon Musk. Elon Musk's travel logs are basically a Bond villain itinerary. He replaced his Gulfstream G650ER with a $78 million G700, the newest, longest-range, most tech-loaded jet in the world. He offered a college student $5,000 to shut down the Elon jet tracker bot. When the kid declined, Elon rage quit and banned the bot from Twitter X. He claims to hate materialism, then flies 5,000 miles to dodge SEC subpoenas.
Okay, you see me after class.
A tier for the jet, C tier, logic. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah doesn't rent jets. She owns the jet. Her $75 million Gulfstream G650 is a floating temple of manifestation. She once called it her most indulgent purchase, which for Oprah is saying something. No Airbnbs, no NetJets, no airport lounges, just Air Oprah. She flies solo, rides quiet, and doesn't even post flex shots. S tier A, $1 billion life, and zero turbulence.
This is fine.
Jeff Bezos. Bezos was flying commercial when Amazon was just books. Now he's one G700 away from launching into orbit. His previous plane was a G650ER, but reports say he quietly upgraded to a G700. When you own the Washington Post and a $500 million yacht with its own shadow yacht, you better not show up in a Southwest boarding group. Still, Bezos never really made his jet part of his public image, which keeps him from S tier. B tier, giant jet. Surprisingly, chill presence. Donald Trump. Trump Force One is a Boeing 757. Gold-plated seatbelts, leather everything, full bedroom. It sat dormant after 2020 because it was too expensive to maintain. Then Trump raised campaign funds and brought it back like a phoenix from foreclosure. The plane is flashy, gaudy, impractical, and somehow still on brand. It's cursed, but it's iconic. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift's Dassault Falcon 7X topped the most polluting celebrity jet list in 2022. 170 plus flights in 6 months. That's a takeoff every 25 hours. Her team said she lends it to friends. Her friends must be trying to speedrun global warming. She bought a second jet after the backlash. C tier for comfort, F tier for carbon. Bill Gates. Gates said, "I offset all my flights with carbon credits." He flew 59,000 miles in 1 year in a Bombardier Global Express. He lectures others about climate change, then flies to climate summits in a plane that burns 400 gallons an hour. Philanthropy doesn't cancel jet fuel. D tier. You can't carbon offset hypocrisy. Kylie Jenner. Kylie took a 12-minute flight across LA to avoid traffic. Her $72 million Bombardier Global 7500 has a full pink interior. She posted a photo with Travis Scott. "You want to take mine or yours?" F tier. Queen of the 17-minute flex. Drake. Drake didn't buy a jet. He got gifted a $200 million Boeing 767 by Cargo Jet and turned it into Air Drake. Custom branding, leather interiors, bigger than most commercial planes. He says he doesn't pay for it. That fuel bill says otherwise. B tier A-lister jet with memeable mythology. Larry Ellison. Larry Ellison owns 2 Gulfstream G650s. Used to own a Russian MiG-29 until the US made him give it back. Also owns 98% of the Hawaiian island of Lanai, including the airport. His planes land in places he owns. S-tier final boss behavior. Jay-Z and Beyonce. In 2012, Beyonce bought Jay-Z a $40 million private jet for Father's Day. It has a living room, bedroom, 2 bathrooms, and probably a hidden chamber for B-sides that never made it to Lemonade. The Bombardier Challenger 850 is so big, Blue Ivy could ride a scooter down the aisle while Jay-Z closes a Live Nation deal. It's basically a flying Rock Nation brunch. Despite the size and price tag, they rarely show it off. No Air Beyonce branding. No rap lyrics about custom silk headrests. Just 2 billionaires silently flexing on everyone else at 45,000 feet. A tier. If you can give a $40 million gift and call it casual, you deserve the skies. Roman Abramovich. Roman Abramovich owned a private jet with anti-missile defense systems, not a metaphor. His Boeing 767-3 3AER literally had countermeasures in case anyone tried to shoot it down. This thing was known as the Bandit because it looked like one, and he kinda was one. After Russia invaded Ukraine, Abramovich's jets got caught in the geopolitical blender. His Gulfstream G650 and his Boeing 787 Dreamliner were both seized. Yes, he also had a Dreamliner, like the thing actual airlines use. At one point, he had 6 private planes and his own football club. Now he has Interpol on speed dial. S tier for the setup, F tier for availability. Mukesh Ambani. Mukesh Ambani doesn't own a private jet. He owns a fleet. We're talking a Boeing business jet, multiple Falcon 900s, and a Bombardier Global 6000. He once gifted his wife a $60 million Airbus A319 for her birthday, just in case a Birkin wasn't big enough. The guy lives in a 27-story skyscraper mansion in Mumbai. His commute to the airport probably takes longer than the flight itself. S tier. You know you're rich when your backup jet has a backup jet. Kim Kardashian. In 2022, Kim dropped $150 million on a custom Gulfstream G650ER and renamed it Kim Air. The seats? Cashmere. The carpets? Cashmere. The no shoes on my plane policy? Strictly enforced. She even has rules banning spray tans because she doesn't want the interior turning into a Bravo reunion couch. It's the only plane on this list that doubles as an influencer trap house and a skincare commercial. A tier. Peak capitalism wrapped in beige luxury. Richard Branson. Richard Branson owns a Dassault Falcon 50, despite also owning an airline, a space company, and probably a few hot air balloons just for fun. He once took Virgin Galactic to space, then came back to Earth and flew commercial on Virgin Atlantic. This man has a spaceship and still flies a $6 million jet. It's like Elon flying a Vespa to work. B tier. The guy owns space tourism, but not a Gulfstream? Confusing behavior. Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise flies his own jets. He owns a Gulfstream 4, a P-51 Mustang, and a Honda jet. He even flies helicopters for fun. During Mission Impossible, he learned to barrel roll a fighter jet just to flex. He once landed a chopper in a stranger's backyard because the airport was closed. He gave them a ride to say thanks. Tom Cruise isn't flying private because he's rich. He's flying private because he's legally not allowed to sit in the back of any vehicle. A tier. No one else on this list is the pilot. Floyd Mayweather. Floyd doesn't just own one Gulfstream G650, he owns 2, and one of them is just for his luggage. He named them Air Mayweather 1 and Air Mayweather 2 because creativity isn't really his thing. He has TMT logos stitched into every surface. Once flew his Tiger on board. Once posted $1 million in cash laid out across the seats like throw pillows. He doesn't check bags, he checks bank accounts. S tier. Floyd treats Gulfstreams like UberX. Steve Jobs. In 2000, Apple gave Steve Jobs a Gulfstream 4 as a thank you gift for saving the company. He spent months redesigning the interior because the buttons weren't minimalist enough. He used the jet mainly to fly to Hawaii with his family or to Apple keynotes where he would announce another gadget to replace the one you just bought. He rarely talked about it. There are no photos. The jet had the same energy as a turtleneck. B tier. Rihanna. Rihanna probably owns a jet. No one knows for sure. She gets papped on runways wearing diamond heels and hauling Fenty bags onto Gulfstreams, but she doesn't flaunt ownership. She once flew an entire press corps around the world with her for a 7-day, 7-country tour and partied so hard mid-air the journalists revolted. The plane had more champagne than fuel. Someone probably gave birth to a remix at 38,000 feet. B tier, private jet energy, commercial airline mystery, Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry spent $125 million on a Gulfstream 3, then retrofitted it into a flying movie theater. Big leather recliners, surround sound, probably a secret vault for alternate Medea endings. He used the jet to fly Whitney Houston's body to her funeral. He used it to rescue hurricane victims in the Bahamas. It's the only jet on this list that's been used for both humanitarian work and 90-minute dramedies. R tier. Jack Dorsey? Jack Dorsey flies private but eats once a day and meditates 10 hours. He owns a Gulfstream G 550 but only uses it to escape board meetings and sip salt water in Nepal. A tier. Flying monk behavior. Private jets are the final boss of wealth. Some use them to save time, some use them to flex, and some use them to dodge taxes, lawsuits, and remember, if your plane can't carry a throne, is it really a plane?